Okay, students. So today we will discuss about the next part of the experiment, that is the practical. The practical is about to check out the reaction and tells about its nature. That's it is a displacement reaction or a combination reaction, or it is a physical or chemical change. Now today's first experiment, they starts with a physical change. What is about that heating of copper sulfate crystal. So you will point out that on the next point, that is number 4, experiment number 4, heating blue copper sulfate crystals. Heating blue copper sulfate crystal. Okay. So like that the previous experiment, observation and inference or conclusion. Okay. In experiment column we will write taking blue copper sulfate crystal in a test tube, in a hard glass test tube, comma, taking blue copper sulfate crystal in a hard glass test tube, comma, hold over flame. Hold over flame. In observation column, you will write water vapor comes out and condenses. Water vapor comes out and condenses near the mouth of test tube. What does it indicates? That in the inference column we will write water of crystalline within bracket CuSO4, 5H2O coming out by heating effect. I am repeating once. Taking blue copper sulfate crystal in a hard glass test tube, hold over flame. Water vapor comes out and condenses near the mouth of test tube. Water of crystalline CuSO4 5H2O coming out by heating effect. Okay. Now in the next stage of this experiment is that when we got this one, that is when the water of crystalline goes out, then the color of the sample fades. Okay. So here in observation column you will also add one single line, color of copper sulfate crystals changes from blue to white. In inference column, you will write due to presence of water in its crystal lattice, it shows blue color. Okay, so color of copper sulfate changes from blue to white. This is when we will warm the blue copper sulfate crystal, blue to white. Due to presence of water in its crystal lattice, it shows blue color. So when the water of crystalline, we have previously dictated that water of crystalline is coming out. So when it loses its water of crystalline, then it loses its color also. This is from the first stage of this experiment. Next stage is that we will got here a white solid in the test tube. Now we will add very little amount of, that is 1 or 2 drops of water on the white mass. So again we will observe that the blue color will reappears again. Okay. So in the next stage we will write, up to this you have completed, very few less number of students. Okay, up to which you have completed. Next I have to rub it. Okay. Okay, those who still not completed, for them I am giving some time. Now next one, that is the next stage, add very little amount, that is 1 or 2 drops of water on white mass, on white copper sulfate. Full stop. Okay. Now I will rub that portion. I can rub it this portion, the lower half. Okay. So very little amount, that is 1 or 2 drops of water on white copper sulfate. Blue color of copper sulfate reappears again. Inference you will write, anhydrous copper sulfate is again hydrated. Anhydrous copper sulfate is again hydrated. ANHYDROUS. This is anhydrous, is again hydrated, HYDRATED. Okay, so in the next step, add very little amount of water, blue color of copper sulfate reappears again, anhydrous copper sulfate again hydrated. And you have to write one conclusion statement here. It is a physical change. It is a physical change. So this part of the experiment, first of all heating it in a certain temperature, when water of crystallization is coming out, it turns to white color, and after adding very little amount of water on this, it will reappear, the blue color will again reappear. So this is the hydration of anhydrous copper sulfate. Okay, you cannot see the lower half. Just wait. Now is it clear? So this is experiment number 4. Okay, so just look at the title. Iron with copper sulfate completed. Burning of magnesium ribbon in air completed. Zinc with dilute sulfuric acid completed. Heating of copper sulfate, this was just completed. Promoter is that it is also a chemical entity which increases the rate of the reaction. Catalytic promoter and catalytic inhibitor. Promoter that increases. Do you know about the catalyst? So it is the another name of the catalyst, that promoters, which increases the rate of the reaction. So last experiment we have to discuss that sodium sulfate with barium chloride in the form of their solution in water. Now, when these two chemical entity reacts, so again we have to make a title. This is experiment number 5. Sodium sulfate. Okay, reaction of sodium sulfate. Reaction of sodium sulfate with barium chloride in their aqueous, aqueous, in their aqueous solution, or in place of water you can also add in their water solution. Okay, just like the previous, we will make a column: experiment, observation, inference. Now first of all, I am discussing about the reaction. Sodium sulfate aqueous plus barium chloride aqueous. Can you tell me what was the products of the reaction? This is barium sulfate solid plus sodium chloride. This is in aqueous medium. Okay, so barium sulfate and sodium chloride is the product. So here two new compounds are formed by the reaction. So it is obviously a chemical change. No confusion on this. Okay, so this is a kind of reaction that is called double displacement reaction. Now look at this. Sodium, just break the parts. This is the cationic part, this is anionic part. This is positive, this is negative. That is cation and anion. Here it is positive, it is negative, it is positive, it is negative. Any confusion in that breakage? The cation is preceded in the writing. Now look at this. Here sodium is with sulfate. Here sodium is with chlorine. In the first case, barium was with chlorine, but in the second, barium is with sulfate. So here they replaces each another. Sodium was with sulfate, it is with chlorine. Barium previously was with chlorine, but presently it is with sulfate. So in that case, in that type of reaction, it is called as double displacement reaction. Okay. About this kind of reaction we will study in detail in the next class, that is in class 10. Okay, so but just one preliminary idea is given here. So now come to the experiment, that the theoretical part of the experiment. So in the experiment you will write, take a solution of sodium sulfate in a test tube, add barium chloride solution in it. Observation, what we will see? Now there is a special characteristics of this reaction is that the barium sulfate is just produced, it is insoluble in water. So what is the meaning of the insoluble is that soluble means it will disappear when the solution will prepare. When it is insoluble, it will not disappear. If the existence of the solid sample is there. So here the barium sulfate is as insoluble, it will remains in the its original form, that is in white color. So here you will write in the observation column, a white PPT is formed, a white PPT, okay, precipitate, PRECI PITATE, a white precipitate will appear okay. In inference column you will write it is a chemical change where new compounds formed. It is a chemical change where new compounds are formed. In the experiment, we will add one line, settle the test tube, settle the components of test tube COMPONENTS of test tube for some time. Two layer separates in the inference column you will write this is separation of two components after reaction. This is the separation of two components after reaction. Now I am drawing here the figure here. Okay. Now just this is the preliminary we have taken the sodium sulfate here. Up to that mark it is sodium sulfate. Then we will add barium chloride solution from the top. Now when we will add, obviously the volume will increase because both are the solution, but at the same time when you will add, you just look at this, a white precipitate or a white mass will appear in the solution part, and if you get settled it, then it will make two layers. Now the two layers, suppose this is the upper layer and this part. So in that way a clear solution, this is of sodium chloride, and a precipitate, this is of barium sulfate will be there. Okay. This is all about the reaction. That is 5 kinds of reaction by their name, that copper with iron sulfate, zinc with dilute sulfuric acid. Okay. Next one, heating copper sulfate crystal, magnesium with oxygen, and the last one is reaction of barium chloride with sodium sulfate. Okay, so I am repeating once. Take a solution of sodium sulfate in a test tube, add barium chloride solution in it. A white precipitate will appear. It is a chemical change when new compounds are formed. Settle the components of the test tube for some time. Two layers separates. This is the separation of two compounds after reaction. Next part, you will write the precautions of that experiment. Completed up to this? Okay, next point it, precaution. Precaution is the safety measures you have to take. Number 1, take all the chemicals, in very less quantity, because for the identification of the test we will require very little amount of the chemicals. Number 2, clean magnesium ribbon with sandpaper. Clean magnesium ribbon with sandpaper. Number 3, use of gloves when holding acids or bases. Use of gloves when holding acid or bases. Number 4, use test tube holder for heating. Use test tube holder for heating. So these are the precautions regarding this experiment. Okay, now write this. Completed? Completed? Okay. Okay. So that's all for today.